we are officially 5 minutes out.
We are officially streaming, so the mics is hot. So let's getting that hotline.
Yeah, what's going on, man? It's murder and kill homicide.
Wait, whoa. Hold on.
First things first, what would you say out your mouth when you're talking on the phone to hustler?
I was just listening to that.
What was it? 1-800 hustle? 1-800 hustle? Yeah. Yeah, on that I think it's on the Dynasty album.
Yeah. We are streaming. Now give me a test. Testing.
Testing.
We good.
I stay woke.
Yo, one day we need to start off a show like singing in unison.
We should. Hey, look. If we were on that tip to where we stay recording,
yeah,
while we be fucking around,
dog, we would catch all kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
Cup. Need a cup.
You want to drink a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, good luck.
Grab some ice, brother. How much ice you want? I don't wanna touch it.
Well, I don't need no ice.
Huh?
All right, so be ready to go live on Facebook with Drink of the Day. No, with Toast to Freedom.
Okay. Well, my phone has 5% bars. I just looked at it.
All right.
That sucks.
And my phone don't have Facebook on.
All right. It falls to done.
Hey, Dunson.
Hey, Dunson. I saw you out there getting all fucked up on your show.
Really?
Trying to get a job here, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
What the fuck are you doing?
Down at our rendezvous.
Every movie he's damn near been in, he's got a glass of some kind of drink in his hand. So I say we're gonna use it every time. Alright, wait. What was I doing? Oh yeah.
Probably about 30 seconds out.
Yeah, it's 59.
Okay. You guys right there. I need here for a reason today. Catch this Nova flex. Right off. Is that better?
I don't know. Just keep it on. You keep it
Oh, hold on.
Oh no, leave him how you have it. There you go.
Because with the video I shot for the Jim Jones, I tried to do it pretty good. You see all the drinks when I did the
Down at our rendezvous. Pre-game. Pre-game. Pre-game.
Good morning,
Pre-game.
everybody.
Pre-game.
It's 9 a.m.
Pre-game.
2017, and
Pre-game.
It's the pregame show. What's going on, people? It's your boy Snacks in the building, live from the sanctuary. What's good?
Pre-game.
It's your boy Roman Rome behind the boards, man. What's good, man? Another Sunday.
Yeah. Episode 2. We had to take a little quick, brief hiatus because just to get the show back on track. So, we apologize for leaving you guys hanging last Sunday, but we are here today to give you the pregame show. We are one pregamer down. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Maine. You know what I'm saying?
Holla at your man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, we got a lot to get into. A lot of stuff has gone down in the past 3 weeks.
It has.
But just a quick recap of the last show. That was the premiere episode. We officially came back
For season 2.
season 2.
Season 2 premiere was crazy. I'm actually pretty proud of it, man. We've been kind of smooth on it. A lot better than season 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So progress,
Smooth
man.
some edges out. Smooth some edges out.
Shout out to Jägermeister again. You know what I mean for
Hooking us up with these
for
shot
doing
glasses,
this.
you know what
We
I mean?
appreciate it.
Yeah, man, for real.
We gotta shoot out of them motherfuckers every time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We
But,
definitely will.
Just again, quick little recap. What did we talk about? I was sitting there asking y'all about the recap. What the hell did we talk
Man,
about?
I was on.
Damn. Only thing I remember is the Jägermeister shot glasses.
You know what I'm saying? It was our first show back in a while, but
Drink of the day was
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
right? You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about some of the content we had on the way in the pipeline.
That was it was all about season 2. What we're trying to do with this for everybody, all the viewers and our fans, however many of you guys there are. We love y'all, and we're trying to do big things for you.
Every single one of you. You know what I'm saying?
Every single one of you.
Yeah. But just a quick update on that, Snacks here started recording some of his drinks of the day, so we're gonna hopefully have those to dole out, every once in a while throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Rome got some movie reviews coming.
They're coming.
Maine got some gaming streaming coming. I've got the blog up now, but I got a script ready, and it's ready. And I think we got everything in place to shoot it. So we've got a short film coming.
Oh yeah.
We've got.
We still got those skits,
We got
and we're
a
waiting
skit
on an
coming.
intro. We're waiting on an intro.
Right.
Um,
Snacks got PSAs coming.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? So we trying to do good by making good on our promise to.
Like I said, as I said last week, 3 weeks ago, the word for season 2 is going to be content. We love doing the podcast, but we figure, you know what? We can give our audience and our fans more than that, so we're going to give you guys everything we got, whether it's, video game reviews, short movie reviews, drinks, PSA, skits, whatever we got to give, we're going to put it out there for you because, hey, that's what we said we're going to do for the pregame show. Exactly. And get what? The pregamers.
let's go on ahead and get the show started. We're gonna start off with the
Toast of Freedom.
The toast of freedom, and then we're gonna move on to the drink of the day with snacks.
Let's
Right,
get it.
let's do it.
All right.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Woo!
The Toast of Freedom Day was brought to you by gin. Yes, that old man drink. Are they drinking gin? Yes, they're drinking
It went
gin.
down like vodka. I drunk it like vodka, and then now it's sticking my chest like gin.
That was gin.
Yes.
It wasn't bumpy face gin. Shouts out to Seagram's, by the way. But it wasn't. That's the true gin I always drink. But you know, you got to branch out.
New Amsterdam, yeah. That's the best kind if you go. I like a Tanqueray, but
I prefer beef eaters over a Bombay.
beef eater.
Beef eater Bombay, good.
I never had beef eater.
Is
Oh, I did, but it was straight, and it was just not the right time.
and it was
You know
gin.
what I mean? Yeah, it was gin.
It was
It
gin.
was hot. It was horrible.
By the way, we do not serve hot shots of anything at the sanctuary. All your shots will be chilled, and typically your shot glass will also be chilled too. We keep these things in the freezer for that very reason, unless it goes to OT, and then you got to get a specific shot glass is gonna mark yourself for that overtime session.
And just a quick reminder, we're professional pre-gamers here. We stays on deck. We're professional pre-gamers.
Yo, he's the facilitator. He's the keeper of the sanctuary, man. He's prepared for damn near everything.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Snacks.
Appreciate
shout out to
it.
the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying. And let's go ahead and get into the drink of the day.
Cool. So I got something simple. We went at, for the season 2 premiere, went somewhat extravagant at a drink that takes literally like 7 different substances to make it here. Like you got to have all the drinks. But for season 2, episode 2, comes something simple. It's in the morning time, so you know what? Orange juice is good for the morning. So the drink of the day is going to be a fuzzy navel.
Fuzzy navel.
It's very simple. It's vodka, peach schnapps, and orange juice. Let's get to it. Hold on one second.
What's up?
So, all the fuzzy navel is this. It is going to be 1 part of vodka, 1 part peach schnapps, and then 4 parts of orange juice.
Because it's morning time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The pre-gamers are all about a healthy breakfast.
Yes.
Exactly. And this is part of your daily balance of nutrition.
Yes. Good old vitamin C for you. Good old vitamin C.
And so that's a fuzzy navel.
Yep. Empty your glass. I got you right here.
Okay.
All right.
Done. Can you
Don't worry about that. Nobody saw it.
pass him my glass there? Oh, you got it? Got the reach. Good look. 3.
All right.
All right.
You might need some more OJ if you want to, but it's up to you. It's up to
good.
taste.
I'm good.
So, let me see.
It's good.
See, man, Kev, you make it so you can't taste the liquor, man. And that's a dangerous combination.
It is.
The drinks we make are supposed to be something you could potentially, if you want to drink it, you just drink it with your meal.
True.
Drink it with your meal.
True.
Okay, so a fuzzy navel, that was actually, just like always, it masks the alcohol. It's a drink for people who don't really
Right.
like drinking,
And don't like taste of alcohol.
don't like the taste of
Right.
alcohol.
Right. It's mixed perfect.
Shout out to Miss Master Snacks.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Breakfast with an omelet. But so let's go around and get on into it. Like I said earlier, a lot of stuff has gone down in the past 3 weeks. So we've got OJ just made parole.
Okay.
We've got Mayweather and McGregor. A lot of racial overtones, I should say, are starting to come out. Mm-hmm. We've got R. Kelly back in the news.
Damn.
But no, not a but. We've got R. Kelly
back in the news.
And then when we were plotting out this show, we were like, man, it can't get no bigger than that. Usher got herpes.
You said it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Oh man.
Usher got herpes. What?
Yo, and the thing about it is, well, we'll get into it.
And then, what just happened?
Other than that cop shooting that white lady.
Yeah. The Muslim black cop.
The black cop shot a white woman from the passenger side.
Yes.
Through the driver's side. Now, no, if we got time, we'll get to it. And then we've got the backlash towards Mike Vick.
Colin Kaepernick.
And his statement. So, gentlemen, where do you want to start?
I don't know. I know where I want to start. You know, but I've seen it for some reason. It seems to just come to like a point where it seems that the topic we're discussing today all have something to do with race. They all have some. Even the Conor McGregor thing, they have a thing to do that deals with race. So,
wow, I can't believe you would say that. You know what I mean? All lives matter, right?
They should. Do they all? That being the case, if you know what, that being the case, I know we should start. So guess what? The juice is finna get loose once again.
So here's the question.
And we're drinking orange. Freedom.
That toast was for you, OJ. Now, first off, is he guilty?
Of which crime?
Of what?
Huh?
Of which crime?
What?
You know what? He's not guilty. Because that's how they found him, right?
Yeah. Of which? Of the murder charge?
Of whatever.
They found him guilty. Yeah. They found him guilty of robbery and kidnapping.
Yeah. And
gave him a 9-30 something. He did 9 years and apparently got parole because apparently he was a model prisoner.
Yo.
However,
how we feel about this though? How we feel about this?
I mean,
for me,
a man did his time.
Yep.
He did his time.
Yep.
His parole was up for review.
Yep.
And they gave him a chance. That's how the prison system works. And only people who aren't familiar with the prison system have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like the ones are like, he should be in there forever.
Right.
He should be in there forever. You talking about some shit that he already got acquitted for.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what upset me about this whole thing.
Me too.
When they were talking about how his trial was going to play a factor. And I'm like, yo, he was found not guilty.
Nancy Grace was talking about, look, a jury found him responsible. And the guy she was talking about, what are you talking about? They said he got acquitted. No, he got found. A jury said he was negligent. No, we talking about the civil court, the civil case. But they're like, well, that's a civil. We talking about in the court of law. He got found not guilty, not a mistrial, not guilty. But she kept on going on about the civil trial that the jury did say this. Yes, a lower jury that doesn't have any legal or, you know what I'm saying, like criminal precedent found him guilty or liable for the death, but the criminal justice system said that he was not guilty of those charges. That being said, I remember a friend of mine when I worked with Mike Vick, who's speaking to Mike Vick too at some point in time, she said after Mike Vick had served his prison sentence for that dogfighting ring he did, that he should not be allowed to play in the NFL anymore. And I said, what are you talking about? Like, why not?
See, it further perpetuates the fact that once you've been in the prison system, it makes it harder for you to return to a
To you.
productive member of society.
There's a stigma.
But
You know what I mean?
There's a stigma.
and
There's an aura. There's a dark cloud over you.
yeah, and look, I'm pretty sure we all got friends who been locked up before. We know when they got out, it was hard for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's the thing. So I was on my vet, like, wait a minute. So you telling me that a man got tried, sentenced, and convicted and served the time that a jury said he should serve for this case, and after he gets out of prison and served his time, he should not be able to go back and do the job he was been training for his entire life? He can't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he can do, play football. And she said he should not be able to do that. I said, well, if that's the case, you're still punishing him. What was the prison sentence for?
Exactly.
Who knows?
She didn't really have a good
Who
answer.
knows?
So the same with OJ is like this. Look, now, if we're going to the whole thing about do I think he killed those people a long time ago, my answer is going to be, yeah, I think he did it.
Why though? I don't want to get into why. Because it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no reason. There's no reason to put OJ's previous trial back in the public opinion.
Got you.
If
Because you
that's
know,
the case, we can draw back a whole other bunch of cases that fell off on some bullshit, and that's recent. You know what I'm saying? We can try that back in public opinion. But even then, but check this out. OJ want to move to Florida.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What if we run into George Zimmerman in Florida on some stay in your ground shit?
I think George moved.
He did.
I think George moved.
But Florida has looser laws when it comes to, defending yourself.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? So are Florida going to adhere to, are they going to show support for him? Are they going to embrace him? Because I think,
OJ?
because I think Florida has to accept him if he wants to go there. I don't know how that, how that works or whatever, but it has to get approved by somebody.
I think
know what I mean?
I think he's gonna be all right, man. I mean, he's probably just gonna he's gonna settle in with his family.
He needs to get a
gonna chill the
limelight.
fuck out.
That's what you need to do.
That's all he got to do. Because at the end of the day, his NFL check,
It's
You know what I'm
25
saying?
bands a month.
his NFL check,
His pension?
the Goldmans can't touch.
Nope, that pension fund is a pension fund.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have no access to it. They have nothing to it. So it's like, yo, just sit back and fucking chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? If you make
Don't do nothing.
If you make some money, just throw that shit to Goldmans.
But then
and
again,
enjoy
that's
your
what
25 a
that's
month.
what this is all about. Think about what he originally went to jail for, though. He went to jail for robbing somebody,
For shit.
allegedly robbing someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Over his own memorabilia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and that's to do 9 years for that.
Here's what it is. Here's what it
It's
is.
enough.
Right. Like I feel you on that, cause like with prison sentences, when folks be like, he didn't serve enough time. I'm like, shit.
9 years.
Can you imagine being in that bitch for just 30 days? And you got to do a mandatory damn near a decade? I didn't even know it's been damn near 10 years you've been in jail.
Yo, check this out. Let me tell you. It's been damn near 10 years. So he wasn't even in jail during the Obama administration, period. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit happened in what, 2006?
No, he been in
2007?
He was in jail. He was in jail the whole
that's what I'm
time.
saying. He missed the whole.
Yeah.
He missed the whole administration.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm
He did.
saying?
He did.
He missed the whole administration. So for people to say that when people get out, that's not enough time, man. One week is enough time.
They want
know what I'm saying?
they
For
want
most
that
people.
man to be in prison for the rest of his life for killing two people he got acquitted for.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
whether he did it or not, he got acquitted for it. Now, that may come as a tough sting to some people out there, but guess what? Me and I'll say before you guys even talked about it, I'll try to do that, but I'll speak for you guys too. As me as a black man and you guys too, we all know that guess what? You can do time for something that you didn't do at all, and you can get it. Just that's how the legal system is. We all know some people who got off of crimes. That what you mean? We talk about George Zimmerman. Look, there's no way that man should be out right now because he literally killed a 17-year-old kid.
But the reason, and that's the reason I brought him up. But look how we feel about George Zimmerman as opposed to how the other side feels about OJ.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? It's eerie.
But I get how they feel about it.
It's two sides of the same coin.
But I get how they feel about it.
Shit like that.
They're both like the ones that got away.
Yes.
The ones that beat the system.
But guess
that's
what?
Who they both are.
But guess what? That's one that got away for OJ. Like, typically for us, they all get away. They've all been getting away. They've been doing it for decades now. Except George Zimmerman was like, typically the cops get away doing it because the cops get away because of committing murder. That's what I'm going to talk. I got another thing about that too. I will get to that later about this whole race thing and things are happening. But it's been happening to people of color for a long time with people that have been just killing and shooting us. And all of a sudden, in our opinions, wait a minute, how did he get off with this? Literally, I was talking to one of our associates who's in charge of our Facebook page, Bobby Crushville, a case where it's an excessive force case where it shows on camera a cop kicking a guy in the face who was getting down on the ground. He was on his knees.
Wasn't that out here?
Put his hands on the ground to lay down because you don't fall, like you won't fall flat on your face. And when he put his hands on the ground, the cop teed off and kicked him in the face hard.
Like a field goal.
He got off because he said this: "I was aiming for his stomach, not his face." But but wait a minute. Excessive force, like you weren't supposed to be kicking him at all. So the face of the stomach, it shouldn't have mattered. He got off not guilty, scot-free.
Well,
And that's that.
I think that's that's a perfect segue right now for this cop in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's the police chief that just resigned.
Did he?
Her.
Oh.
First lesbian police chief in Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. Do your research. But she just resigned over this. Now,
Put her in a bad spot too.
Here's what I'm gonna toss out there. How should black people, not how should, what should the voice be? Because right now we don't like cops because of this very shit that has just gone down with this black cop shooting this white woman, right?
Right.
This stuff happens to us
All the time.
Right?
All the time.
And we scream injustice. Now, the black cop does it to a white woman. What should our voice be? Should it be this tone of, hey, how's it feel? Or should it be this tone of what it has been and been like, yo, this is the shit we talking about?
For me, my standpoint of the thing, you know what? Either way you went about it would be a correct way to go. Because guess what? You can't get upset at me if I said, well, look, it's been happening to us for so long. Mm-hmm. Now you see how it feels.
Right.
But the fact that it keeps happening is an issue.
Right.
And I want the actual thing to stop. So you sheep up in arms for that as well. But here's what it is. In my opinion, in this situation, I'm gonna do what? I feel that when I heard about it, mm-hmm. I'm gonna fall back and see what's said about it. And you know what? I'm gonna wait to see what, no offense, what white people got to say about it. Because if this is horrible and wrong, my thing is gonna be this. You know what? Yes, it is. And where have you been?
Yep.
Where you been? Because guess what? So it's wrong when it happens to somebody like a white lady when a black cop does it.
Right.
But what happened? But my thing is this: it's been wrong. But why are you upset about it now? Why were you not upset about it? Because honestly, I'm upset about the lady who called the cops who got murdered for going out there and calling the cops. You know what I'm saying? She was under the impression that I'm not under the impression that when you call the cops, that they come and help you. For me personally, calling the police is the last result. It's my last option. Right. If I came home, like literally somebody was in my car last week sometime, because I got in my car and guess what? My glove compartment is down. I got paper strewn over my entire car. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't keep shit in there, so get what? You broke into my car. Actually, you didn't break. You just opened the door, and guess what? You found yourselves nothing. You rummaged through my car for how many minutes and were probably hot and found yourself nothing. Did I call the cops? No. You know why? There's no point calling them folks. I don't want to talk to them.
Well.
Yeah.
That happened to me as well.
Yeah, you told me.
I went to Myrtle Beach and I found somebody rummaging through my car, and they was like, "Why don't you call the cops?" And I was like, "Nah,
No, I'm good.
I'm good."
I'm good.
Because for some reason, whenever you say call the cops, it makes situations not necessarily worse, but way more complicated.
My social worker to the
Way
left of
more
me
complicated.
said this: no matter what happens, when the police are involved, it can escalate. A police response can go from something very simple to somebody being dead. Period. I don't call the cops unless it's absolutely. Look, if I came in here and all my stuff in here was either missing or broken, then I'm calling the cops. But if I come here and wait a minute, and if my door isn't kicked in, and so I think somebody's been in my house, am I gonna call the cops? No, probably not. I'm gonna make sure my gun is cocked and ready to go. But other than that, that's all it is.
You know what?
I won't call them unless somebody bleeding or dying.
Yes.
What really just irks me about cops is this constant I feared for my life defense.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I hate that even if you're on camera, because keep it real, guess who else was on camera? Them cops who beat the shit out of Rodney King. Even when you're on camera, if you're a cop, you're above the law.
Let me and
I think that is the true problem. That these motherfuckers are above the own law that they enforce.
You mean like when there's a picture of a cop choking a man out who ends up dying, and the move you use, the chokehold, the cops say that move is illegal?
Yes.
But the person who did it doesn't get charged with any kind of
Exactly.
any kind of thing.
Exactly.
He's still on. That happened 3 years ago. That man, the cop, is still on modified police duty. He's just still.
No, and it's what you know what's even crazier is that cops move on. They move on the misconception that you don't grasp a concept of the law yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
As
So whatever
soon as
they
you
say,
question them, as soon as you
yeah,
question them,
as soon as you say something about the law, it becomes a problem.
Yes.
And there's nothing that they can say stuff that they say is law.
Yeah.
That's not actually law.
I mean, they lie to you.
know
They
what I
lie
mean?
all the time. Cops lie to your face all the time.
And they're allowed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're actually allowed to lie.
right?
And for some odd reason, I think, and you know what? A lot of these stuff happen from patrol cops. A lot of big boy shoot 'em up shit happen for people that are just out there for traffic infractions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think some kind of barrier needs to be put in place as opposed to the cops that deal with routine calls, you know what I mean? And, riot control and people who investigating a crime as opposed to someone reacting to a crime currently in progress. Like, it has to be a division. Like, certain cops shouldn't have guns. You know what I mean? Like, the motherfucker that got bust down to parking duty, you know what I mean? The traffic cop shouldn't have a gun. You know what I mean?
I would have to disagree with that because the motherfucking traffic cop.
If you're a cop out on the street, you need to have a gun, in my opinion.
Like you never know who he might run into. True, he's not gonna run into like no heavy shit. Yeah. Like 99% of the time. You know what I mean?
But that 1% is a motherfucker.
One time that he does pull over that person who's so on edge that they willing to bust on a cop, he should be able to defend.
I agree with that.
But
every time.
But I know at this point he's not defending himself. He's intervening. What I mean is that he should be able to relay to cops, to an actual unit to respond to stuff like that. But for him to just have the say so, to just step into any situation, you know what I'm saying, and determine judge, jury, executioner on everything. Some kind of barrier.
bit more regulation.
A bit more regulation. I'm not saying take away the guns.
Yeah.
I'm just saying something needs to be done to where I don't have to deal with a cop if I'm just walking up the street. The shit
Yes.
with Eric Gardner just sitting on the corner, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not hurting anybody.
Not hurting
You
anybody.
know what I'm
Nothing.
saying? Didn't require 9 or 12, you know what I'm saying, plainclothes cops with guns, mind you, you know what I'm saying, to confront him about it. You
know,
feel what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I'd
You
have
know,
ticketed that man to death.
Over what? Over what? Like $150 fine?
Yeah. A fine.
A fine.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Not even hard jail.
I'm just
No.
saying,
Time,
the
a fine.
people that are in charge of issuing fines and violations shouldn't have guns.
I would say that if I'll say this as somebody who on the pregame show at 9:30 who will say this, Snatch Pregamer, I hate cops. Look, look, I don't hate people, but as far as me interacting with the police, I've had too many run-ins where actually I wasn't doing anything. And if I had been doing anything, the cop didn't know it. He pulled me with some other shit like, okay, my taillight is out. Okay, I need to get out of the car for my taillight being out or my seat not being on. Okay, that don't make any sense. How about I just put my seatbelt on? You give me the ticket, and I'll pay it, or give me a ticket for my taillight that I can't see from driving anyway, and I'll fix it too. But I say if cops have to deal with people interacting like on the streets, whatever, they should have guns because you know what? So many people out here on the street are fucking crazy, and I know that a traffic stop, a routine traffic stop from a cop, may be the most terrifying thing. Guess what? You don't know if it's me in the car, and if it's me, you good. Here's my ticket. Here's my information. I'm getting out of there, or it's somebody who got keys and or a body in the trunk. He gonna blast you because he don't know what you look for. So I give you that. But my thing is this: look, there needs to be some oversight and some, you know what I'm saying, reasonable expectation of like, you know what I'm saying, what's gonna happen here. What happened with that lady is uncalled for. That lady is dead for no reason. I'm upset about that. Am I yelling about it? No, because I'm trying to figure out, okay, if y'all are upset about this, why haven't you been upset about the other things that are happening too? That's my point.
And see, the thing about me is I'm just as upset about this lady getting
Yes,
killed
yes.
as I am with Sandra Bland.
Yes.
As I am with Tamir Rice. As I am with anybody who's died over the hands of law enforcement unnecessarily. You know what I mean? It makes no difference to me.
Right.
Me either.
You know what I mean?
Me either.
And this is it's like a paradigm because you know we're proving a point. Like, look, this is what happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what's happening is people are automatically. I don't know how to say people, but certain people are flipping it as if it's not the same case. You know what I'm saying?
Same case.
That the cop was wrong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But you're saying the cop wrong now.
Yeah, that's my point.
Right.
But
Where were you at?
Where were you at
6 months
before?
ago, a year
You know
ago,
what I mean?
13 months ago? Where were you at then?
Before? You know what I'm
Cops
saying?
have been doing this.
Been doing
doing
it.
this.
You know
And
what I'm
guess
saying?
what?
Cops, not white cops or black cops.
They cops.
They've
Been doing this.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
But I would say this. I think there needs to be better people taking on the occupation of being a cop.
That would have to change. For
And-
that to happen, you have to change the mindset of what people
happen.
believe a plot. Like
But-
people in the hood ain't want to be the cop because they're the cops.
Exactly. That's the problem. Like, this is a profession, because like nobody really wants to fuck with anybody. Nobody, like, except for the small percentage of crazy motherfuckers out there. Nobody really wants to bother each
That
other.
we need cops for.
That fucking
You know what I'm
knuckleheads.
saying? Like for the most part, we just want to live our lives. If I bump into you and I catch eye contact with you, what's up? And we keep it moving. I'm not trying to fuck up your day.
No,
Please don't try
fuck
to
fuck up mine.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're a cop, you fucking up somebody's day. And most people don't want to do that. Good people don't want to do that. It's them motherfucking yippee-ki-yay motherfuckers that's like, oh no, you are not gonna break the law on my watch. Like, chill the fuck out. You're so goddamn uppity because you're so pumped up full of this, like, you can do whatever you want. You got all this weaponry on you to subdue whoever doesn't listen to you. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Why are you fucking with me? On a lot of these cases, why are you fucking with me?
Yeah. Eric
And
Garner.
there's too many cases of people who look like us and people who are not white that have these cases of like, why you fucking with me? What did I do? Why did I catch your eye? You know what I'm saying? Why did, kind of like how we were saying about like, you know, the Black Lives Matter when it was like, we got to choose better causes.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing to catch crosshairs of a cop? And a lot of these cases, it's nothing. You're just black in the hood. All this shit about Chicago, where's it happening? In the hood. They don't say that on the news. They just say 400 people died.
Southside Chicago.
Yeah.
It's in the hood.
Yeah, I know.
These white neighborhoods are all right.
Yes. That's a major. That's honestly, I think it goes New York, L.A., Chicago. Those are the 3 biggest cities in this country. Guess what? Like, that city cannot be a cesspool the whole way around. They got major franchises in that city. Like, they got 2 baseball teams. You know what I'm saying?
They got enough money to buy a baseball team. They got enough money to fix potholes in the streets.
But the whole thing about the whole thing is this, though. Look, I'm going to say this. It's been going on for decades where, look, we as black people and as minorities have said, look, these things are happening. Mm-hmm. They're happening. We're getting too much attention. I think it's, I don't know if it's Vermont, something like that, or Maine, where 95% of the population in prison is minorities. In that state, minorities make up 5% of the population. So how in the world does 5% of the population account for 95% of the prison population? They are stopping every single black person for everything. And if you got something wrong, they're throwing you in the clean. My point is this. These things are happening. We've been saying it's happening, but we couldn't prove it. And then starting with the Rodney King thing, it happened. There's video evidence of it happening, and people are still getting off. The cop who shot that guy run away in the back, he had a mistrial. It's on camera. You're not in harm's way. A guy is running away from you, and you shoot him in the back, and then plant evidence on him. It took a mistrial. It took more than one trial.
And one of the jurors
said he couldn't do. He said he could not convict the cop. Yeah. That's what he said. He could not convict the cop. So here's the thing with this white lady, it's the same thing. But I noticed this though. Typically, you know, like with Kwame McDonald in Chicago, that case is old. The video footage was old, but when we saw it, something got made of it. There's no video footage of this happening at all. It's just what they said. And I remember hearing about the case, and 24 hours after that, I heard they were already talking homicide. And with these other black cases, that don't happen. Yeah. Even with video evidence,
police involved shooting.
We've been saying this, it's happening, but we haven't had any proof. You know what also happened I saw? In Baltimore, some cops are planting dope on somebody, and he got convicted of it. They cut their body cams on at a certain point. But what they didn't know apparently was the body cam is always recording, but when you cut it on, it captures the 30 seconds previous to you cutting it on. And the 30 seconds previous to that show them putting dope, a felony charge of dope in a spot, and then it showed them finding the dope they just planted. The buddy just got off. He got off because he was doing time. That video footage exonerated him, and now they're looking.
Oh, really? It did?
Because look, you're on camera planting dope on him with 2 cops watching you.
So with all that being said, we know as black people, there's a lot of cards stacked against us. There's a lot of forces playing against us, right?
The thing about it is, leave it to the internet. No, it isn't.
But with all that being said, right, let's take into account what Mike Vick said to Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, man, him and that Red Bull right there.
Now, I'm not all the way familiar with what Michael Vick said. All I really know is how they paraphrase it of, you know, he should cut his hair. Now,
that was a tidbit at the very end.
Now, I know a lot of people, like, you know, nowadays folks are so uppity to be like, oh no, what? You know? Now, was that truly, and is that truly a coon statement?
No, it's not.
No.
Only because
Not at all.
Does he deserve
No.
the coon title?
No, he does not.
No.
And
I
not,
don't think so either.
not in any fashion.
Because I feel like, look, you know, for all these people that are like, how fucking dare he say that shit? Like, how many causes are you fighting for at your job? How
Exactly.
None.
Exactly.
how ready are you to sacrifice your check to make a statement at your job, making what you make? This nigga makes a lot of money,
Oh,
and he's making a statement. Now the NFL is his employer, and the NFL is saying like, yo, this is what we want. This is how you got to be, like every other employer in America. Some employers require you to stay clean shaven. Some require you to stay drug free. Some require you that when you go home, your job goes with you. You have to be a certain way to work here. All of us go through that. How many of y'all are rising up, sacrificing your paycheck and way of living to make a statement?
And when you look at it in that light, Colin Kaepernick was completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Using your means of income. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think he was completely wrong.
No. Yes. If you think about it, from a business owner's aspect, say we got shares in the NFL for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? We're paying people. You know what I'm saying? Like Colin Kaepernick isn't there to be on TV. He's there to play football. He just happens to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? That's their platform. And for you to speak against, you know what I mean, the system in which you know you're involved in, you know what I mean? For you to speak against that, you think they're going to let you do that? That's going to jeopardize the whole thing.
But guess what?
You know what I mean?
I would agree with you except for this.
Get your check and keep playing.
But I get you that, but except for this, the NFL doesn't want their players just playing football. They want their players to be role models. So guess what? A role model can be different things. You know what I'm saying? And people need different kinds of role models. Guess what? There's some kid out there whose skin isn't, you know what I'm saying, white, who wants to see somebody out there talking about things that matter to him. So you told him to be a role model, but a role model for who? You want me to speak out against injustice and violence? Injustice against who? So guess what? I'm doing the job. It's just, however, what I'm talking about doesn't really put you in the best interest.
Their narrative.
It doesn't fit the narrative that you want me to put out there. I'm doing what you say, but not in the way you want me to do it. I'm just not going to read the script because it's not going to be genuine. I'm gonna be a role model and say things need to be said. However, things that I'm saying aren't popular with a majority of people who watch NFL, because a majority of people who watch NFL aren't black because there are more Caucasians in this country than black people. That's what happened. But he's doing his job. They don't like what he's saying. They don't. They were rather. Now, if he was talking about things, if he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, curing cancer, breast cancer, getting rid of domestic violence, you know what I'm saying, he'd be okay.
Here we go with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that the breast cancer awareness foundation give money to the NFL. You know what I mean, and vice versa.
I think, yeah.
You know what I mean, and they have a relationship. Let's just say that.
I mean, they
you know
play in the pink. They play in the pink uniform
every October.
You know what I mean? They play in pink all the time. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? They benefit from each other.
Oh yeah.
You know, what's the other cause? Name a cause. Name a cause except for, I guess you would say, Black Lives Matter.
Wounded warriors. You know what I'm saying? Veterans coming home.
You know, like, there's a relationship between the advertising and the money that's being made, and for you to step on someone's platform, like the only reason that the cameras are there are to sell products. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? You're not watching the game is watching you. You know what I mean? And so what's going on is that these advertisers is like, you know what I mean? No, this is not how we ain't about that. This is not how we sell ads. Now, if Black Lives Matter had
making money,
was
it'd
making
been good.
money together,
it'd been good.
I mean? That'd be okay.
Like,
sure would. It would.
I definitely see your point where it's like, you know, from a business aspect, from the science of
yes.
it. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Shut up and play
Right?
football.
The fuck are you doing?
Yes.
Right? Now, and I get that. But I respect Colin Kaepernick's decision to put his paycheck on the line and utilize.
Why though? But why?
Cause something needs to be said.
Because who else is going
Look,
to
check
do
it out. Check it out. Michael Jordan
Mm-hmm.
never said shit about shit,
And got criticized for it.
but he's Michael
Yes, he
Jordan.
did. Yes, he did.
He's Michael Jordan. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I guess-
shut up and play ball. You know what I mean? But at the same time, what I would have rather him do, I mean, at this point, it's been drawn out. I kind of
Right.
wish this would end. I want him to be back on the field playing football again.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, okay, play ball, get that check, but then go into the real world, not into the camera world. You know what I mean? Not into pop culture, not into the internet and social media. Really get some ground root shit started. You know what I mean? Cause the platform isn't the highest form of change. You know what I mean? So you take that $100 million check, you take that whatever kind of contract you get, and you cut your hair. You know what I mean? You wear your suit, you talk how you're supposed to, and you even tap dance if that's need be. You know what I'm saying?
I
But at
disagree.
the same time, you take that money, you take that capital. You know what I'm saying, and turn it into actual change.
He's doing that though. He
Well,
put
you know what I mean?
he-
Like-
the money he gets, he invests that in causes that serve what he was talking about.
Well,
he
yes,
does that.
of course. But right now we're talking about his future. So we're talking about future and legacy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so in this case, that paycheck is in jeopardy all because you want to step on a platform and speak out something instead of actually.
But
doing
guess
some
what?
change.
I
what's-
give him
so
kudos
what's
for that,
even
though.
greater, the platform or the actual planting of
I
the
think
seeds.
I think whatever is that depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? What in
Yeah, that's
in
been
what is
proven.
greater.
That's
You know
been
what I'm saying?
proven.
Because I also think of Ali.
Yeah.
Ali put his way of life on the line
Oh.
for what he believed in.
Oh, perfect segue.
And
You know what I'm
lost
saying?
his title and got it back.
He lost his title, got
It
it
took-
back.
And I wish the NFL was a sport like boxing is, or like it was. You know what I'm saying? Where someone like Ali was that valuable to boxing, to where, like, no matter how much you probably hated him, he had to come back. What else were you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? He had to come back, and I mean, he stood for his shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because he used that platform to be like, yo, why the fuck am I gonna go fight for you, and you don't fight for me here? To say that on that platform, as popular as he was, as popular as Colin Kaepernick was, you know what I'm saying? Like, for him he used that platform because this is how I can get the message out. Now, for as an employee of the NFL,
Yeah, he was wrong.
obviously, yeah, that's the wrong
Wrong-
platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But guess I always
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we get,
exactly.
but
And
I'll
I agree.
Right.
I agree with that.
And
but
I agree.
But I will always give
But I respect
kudos to that
you-
man.
I respect that you believed in it so much that because you had this platform, you said what you had to say to get it out there, no matter the consequences.
See, but that's the equivalent of just running on any stage and grabbing the mic and just blurting out something.
No, it's not. But
You know what
not
I mean?
not when your livelihood is at stake here.
And he put his money where
He
his
put his
mouth
money.
was,
Look.
at
This
the
is
end of the
no.
day.
Or guess what? Like you just said, who out here is gonna step up there and go put your check at risk?
No.
But guess what? He was willing to do that, and I guarantee you,
And he
his
made
check
a lot more
is
money
more
than
than
what we
our
made.
checks combined. So I mean, his thing. If you, like, I believe one of the biggest issues in this country is this: they don't like we talked about earlier. Guess what? I believe that a lot of white America believes what is true. They don't really see what's happening, but I know why. The world we live in, you, me, people of our color and people of our race, live in a certain kind of world. Certain Caucasians don't. Now, our world is a different one. It's darker than their world is. So, question: if what we're saying is true, wouldn't that change your world for the worst? You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden, if what you believe is false, the world you live in is a fantasy land. It's a lot darker than what you think it is. most people don't want to believe that, and they will fight against it. They don't want to see it because guess what? That changes their world. It makes their world a worse place.
Yeah, when they set out lies and then you prove those lies to be wrong, the lies that they've been given and they think there's truth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They think it's nothing to it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you prove that wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They'd rather bash down any other motherfucker than to prove that what they've been told, what they've been bred to believe is wrong.
Because there's safety in that. It's
safety in that. You know what I mean?
Dig this, because you earlier when you was like perfect segue. So for years, right? Floyd Mayweather. Been
money.
You know what I'm saying? Carry a duffel bag full of money all over the place.
Yeah.
Looking fresh, looking clean.
Yo, matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna drink for Mayweather. What you still drinking Jaeger right there?
Yeah.
So
just to break it up a little bit, because
so,
we're going into overtime.
What time is it? Are we going
OT?
OT?
You know what I'm saying? We're going OT.
Are we?
Are we?
We got a minute. We got a minute left in the game.
Okay, well, question.
We still got time to decide that. We
still got time.
Oh yeah.
Still got time.
Still got time. But back to what we were saying.
Okay.
You know.
How much?
Floyd Mayweather for years been flashy, and people been dogging about it. They have been dogging him out about it, right?
Yeah.
Now. Fuck them folks.
Now.
Shouts out to Floyd Money Mayweather. Fuck the haters out there, bro.
Yo, at the end of the day, no matter how you feel about boxing.
Do me a favor. Kill that spider right there.
Whoa! Oh! Shit! What you want me to do?
You want to shoot?
Oh,
you want to shoot?
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Got it. It's fine.
That was like a Batman versus Superman punch.
Yo, that was you smited him.
Oh shit!
You smited him.
Yo,
with the power of Jesus.
Yo, I was trying to so cool, keep it cool on camera.
But for years they've been dogging him about this lifestyle, right? And recently I saw him say, "Look at this man, Conor McGregor. Took my whole blueprint. Flashy, braggadocious. He all these things. And y'all applaud him for it.
Yeah.
And for years you dogged me out.
That's proof. That's nothing but proof.
And now there's all these other racial overtones surrounding this fight. And for what? Now, is this who Conor McGregor really is? Or is this some kind of like, yo, let's turn this up a bit.
Be him at his own game.
More business.
It's not about money, bro. It's about money, bro.
What is this?
Man, I don't know.
It's about money.
It's
about money.
It's money.
Guess what?
I mean,
they were Money Mayweather been himself for his entire career. You know what I'm saying? They want to see somebody knock him down, and who better than his white counterpart? That's going to be
the Great White Hope.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Don't
Ireland?
know. Oh my God.
The ultimate Caucasian.
That's what they've been saying.
Ain't he redhead too?
I was just redheaded. That's the epitome.
Pixar got a movie about this motherfucker's family.
Yo, he talks cash shit. He talks like a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does.
You know what I mean? And I don't appreciate the things that he said in regards to black people. You know what I mean? Like there were certain slight references that we all know of that he said. You know what I mean? And even though Floyd Mayweather shouldn't take offense to it, he just stays cool as a polar bear's toenails.
Don't get off your
game. Whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As a fan, and the thing about it is I really wasn't a true fan of Mayweather.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't think boxing was entertaining with him in the game either. He mastered it too well. You know what I mean? There's no one with the endurance to come at his defense.
Yeah.
You know
he just don't get hit. He don't get hit.
No weapon against Mayweather shall prosper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people hate that.
Yes.
Because because they can't make money off of it.
No, they can't.
Look, check it out. It's the same thing when Mike Tyson was knocking motherfuckers out. Like motherfuckers ordering $100, $75 for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then get it, and the motherfucker Mike Tyson was knocking motherfuckers out in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't have time for the cameras to set up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And motherfuckers was mad about that. This is the same thing. You know what I mean?
But he giving
gave
you 12 rounds.
He gives you 12 rounds of boxing
every time.
When 20 years ago, no, 30 years ago, you know what I mean? You were mad because the boxing was too fast. Like motherfuckers was getting knocked out too quick. And you're not gonna subscribe. You're not gonna pay all this money, you know,
to watch 10 seconds
for 10 seconds worth of boxing. So then Mayweather comes along and he gives you 12 rounds of pure boxing. And it's up to the challenger to dethrone the champion.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta beat me.
I'm the champion.
I ain't gotta beat. I ain't gotta beat you.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't have to throw a single punch in that ring. His 49-0 count proves that. So for you know what I mean. And so there's other people out there saying if McGregor could land one punch, then he wins and stuff like that. And it's no. You know what
Sugar
I mean?
Shane ended the punch,
Right.
and it
Yeah, you can punch him. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, McGregor's at the disadvantage because like 50% of your arsenal now is
gone.
Yes. No, it's
Gone.
more than 50%.
More, because you can't grab me either.
It's
I said
actually
80.
20%. No, it's no.
I said 80%. I said 80%.
It's 80%.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's
No grappling,
it's-
no growling,
no
no
growling,
bows. It's literally
no knees.
It's
no-
just
no
your
knees.
hands.
Right.
It's just your hands.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I prove the way an MMA fighter doesn't stand like a boxer. He's gonna be more of a target than Floyd Mayweather will in a boxing ring. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. How fast should Mayweather knock him out?
He should not
Should
at all.
he give everyone 12 rounds?
He give him 12 rounds.
Should he give you your money's worth and at least give you 12 rounds of boxing? Or should he just knock this motherfucker out?
Mayweather, stick
No,
to your
it's not gonna
script.
happen. It's not gonna
Stick to the
You know
script.
what I mean? And the thing about it is, and this is what people shouldn't get twisted. You know what I mean? You don't want to. I don't want Mayweather to go out there and knock him out.
Okay.
I want 12 rounds. I want 12 rounds. I want the scorecard because we're playing boxing. You know what I'm saying? I want the scorecard to say 10-6, 10 to, you know what I mean? 12-9. You know what I mean? I want that scorecard because you know when you look at score.
I want you to see how much
He
I was
won
better than
every
you.
round
Exactly.
by at least 3
This is
points.
This is why I'm a champion. We can break it down 3 minutes by 3 minutes, 12 times, and this is why I hit you
Right.
more times than you hit me
Right.
because that's what boxing
It
is.
is.
Exactly. And you know, I gained an appreciation for that kind of detail by watching the Olympics and other sports.
Yeah.
Especially watching golf, because I used to think golf was just like some bullshit. Like these motherfuckers just hitting this little ball or whatever.
Get what? That
But
shit ain't
when
easy.
You see that shit, and you see, man. And when you watch the Olympics and you see how people are being critiqued on the slightest things, and you listen to the commentary, they're like, "Oh, they missed the fucking toe." You're like, "What?
Yeah.
That's a point?" You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that's what boxing is. It's 12 rounds. You know, there's judges there for a reason. But you know, motherfuckers have always been sold on the knockout.
Folks have been watching Rocky movies for like 30 years now.
Right.
Yo,
They expect
tell you the truth.
motherfuckers to just go out there and pound on each other.
No,
like,
look, check this out. The 80s and 90s got motherfuckers fucked up when it comes to success. You know what I'm saying? It really does. You know what I mean? Like a perfect montage to have you being an expert in like 6 months. You know what I mean? Here we are thinking we can be YouTube stars or television stars or media stars. We thought we was gonna get this all together in a matter of weeks, days. You know what I mean? We're we don't have a respect for the process, and that's the beef that the greatest generation, you know what I'm saying, has with our generation. You know what I'm saying? We're not as tough.
We
we don't endure as much.
True.
For the reward that
But
we
there's
come
nothing
back.
to endure because I get. Look, they're right about that. Look,
So that's why
they did
motherfuckers
fight
think that-
world wars. I'm not giving that because what? Apparently, somebody figured out from y'all. You know what? That's not smart.
But look,
There's no point in doing that.
But check this out. But that's the same. That same mentality has people thinking that Conor McGregor has a shot in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. When you're talking about a novice at a sport with some kind of, you know what I mean, familiarity with what they're stepping into, with someone who's spent the time, endured, you know what I mean. And the big thing is, even in the workplace, like a lot of the experts that are losing their jobs to young people who could just go on the internet to be experts at it in a day. People, and it all comes to how you pick up things.
Pause for a second.
All right.
Let me cut you off.
I
It is
see it
10
coming.
o'clock.
I see it coming.
And the pregame show is over. We missed our window to choose whether or not to go into OT, and now we are in OT, which means everyone must take a shot.
Everybody take turn. No, sir. The last cabinet over here to the top right. Pick a shot glass and come back.
Okay.
We are going OT, people.
At our rendezvous. Pre-game.
No one make a top 5 shot glass if you're not one of the friends. Just
Pre-game. 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 Pre-game.
of your choice.
Not my choice.
Yeah, this shot is different. Everybody have different shots. So, as always, what you doing? No. The cabinet.
The cabinet. No one made a top 5 shots.
I figured it was gonna be vodka, sir, because that's your drink. But guess what? As always, in the sanctuary, we have all the alcohols pretty much you need. We got vodka, gin, rum, tequila,
I drink vodka, son.
brown.
If I choose, I drink
Man,
vodka.
you know what I feel like right now? You remember when Indiana Jones had to choose?
Yes, the goblet.
Yes.
The kickers.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for a spirit. Like, this one.
And that's why you gotta choose, son. You
I
gotta
chose the one. I got one that says Pong Zone.
There's actually, by the way, there's one shot glass in the dishwasher. If you look at it too.
I think this one.
The
No,
other,
it has a
the Jägermeister shot glass.
Jägermeister shot glass. should
Rinse it
only
out,
have
son.
Jägermeister in it.
This one speaks to me.
You gonna drink a Jäger shot?
I don't know. The green ones have been ordained.
True.
That is
True.
true.
That being said, we typically, I mean personally, because shots out to homeboy Tone, he bought these and gave me one. He had 2 and gave me one because that's my man's. The extra 2 shot glasses, so the green ones that I bought, the other ones are at his house, and he's ordained those stay in his bedroom, and only Jägermeister go into them.
Damn.
So
Hold on.
back to our discussion, which has been about race today. Like something that's been floating through my head recently. Not even recently, for a little while now. Is slavery was abolished in 1865.
I don't know.
It was like 1860 something.
1863 or 66.
Right.
Or something like that.
So
I don't know.
when you think about it, we're not even 200 years removed yet. Our parents were just 100 years removed from fucking slavery.
My parents picked cotton.
And then,
My parents picked cotton.
You know what
Okay.
I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Like like when we're talking about race and a lot of the problems that we're having right now, when you really start to think about shit, we're not that far removed from fucking slavery.
My dad talked about a spot he couldn't go into when I was like 16. He said, "Yeah, we couldn't go in there when I was your age." Why not, Daddy? Looking like I was fucking stupid. Because you black, son. Oh shit, that was a thing, wasn't it? Look, yeah, we're not that far away, and I don't understand how. Look, slavery has ended, but guess what? Slavery got abolished, but guess what? After that, look, I forgot when it was said, but it was a time when slavery really ended when the courts gave a prison sentence to somebody who wasn't following the rules, because people kept having slaves. Because guess what? No disrespect to Mississippi or Alabama or Georgia, Louisiana. There's some spots in the backwoods of all of these southern states that guess what? Now, slavery may be outlawed, but guess what? You got to go out there to ensure that it's not going on. If you're not out there ducked off in bumblefuck whatever state, guess what? It can still be happening without your knowledge. And then you got to go out there, see it happening, and then make sure that the person who's doing it is getting punished. When that happened, that's when slavery ended. And that, I think, was like maybe at least 50 years after the fact.
See, no, but look, when it comes to race and racism, you know what I mean? I don't think that, I mean, oh, man. Okay, but when it come to race and racism, slavery isn't the thing that it's not. When it comes to the debate of slavery and equal rights today and stuff like that, my bargaining chip was never slavery. You know what I mean? Like slavery, if you think about it. And it's kind of hard to say was business.
You gotta point
Can I get vodka? Slavery was business. Thank you. Slavery was business. Quote in air quotes. You know what I mean? They had a reason for enslaving people. Money. Okay, I get that. I get that. As fucked up as it was, I get it. My real beef is the point that it says slavery was illegal. You know what I mean? And the treachery that happened after that. I'm talking about the 1900s. I'm talking about the 1920s. I'm talking about Black Wall Street. I'm talking about the bombing in Philadelphia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In what was that, the 70s, I think? Rosewood. You know what I mean? I'm talking about everything that happened after slavery was legal, was illegal, was way worse than slavery in my
because y'all are choosing to do this on. It's a choice, like
because now you don't. It doesn't affect. Like
you have no legal precedent to be doing this.
Exactly.
You doing this because it's how you feel. You want to do this. Yeah, exactly. Like you want to do this.
It's way messed up. It's so messed up, man. Like the rebel flag didn't even get popularized until after the Civil War.
It got popularized when desegregation hit. When the federal government said you got to desegregate the schools, they put that flag up. Had the rebel flag been flying in all the southern states from 1860 something, I'd have been cool with it.
Exactly.
You put it up there when they said you got to integrate these schools. That's what, because much you saying we got to do what? Okay, we'll do that. And here's a fuck you, real quick. This flag. That's what it's for.
Only Virginia that flew that flag during the Civil War. Every time you've seen it after the fact was years, 100 years.
Yes, it was.
You know what I mean?
Quick pause, gentlemen.
Did you?
We are in OT, and the first requirement is everyone must take a shot.
Freedom.
I always toast the
freedom. Freedom OT. Real. Woo. Woo. quick. Now, for uniformity's sake, the Freedom Toast, the beginning of every show, we all have the same shot, the same kind of alcohol out of the same kind of shot glass. However, the OT break, it's dealer's choice. Dealer's choice of the alcohol and dealer's choice of the shot glass. Real quick, sir, why'd you choose that shot glass? Describe your shot glass and describe why you chose it.
Because I'm the beer pong champ of 2008.
Okay. Oh, okay. Of 08?
08.
Okay.
I'm the 08 beer pong champ.
Okay.
I have the belt to prove it.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
I will take that. What does your shot say?
Pong zone.
Got you. Dunson. Hey, Dunson.
Hey, I saw you getting fucked up. Hey, I'll put in a good word for you. But stop getting fucked up at your show.
Oh my gosh.
I chose the Jägermeister, I guess is what it says.
Meister.
Meister.
Jägermeister. Jägermeister.
That's not an S.
Jägermeister.
That's not an S.
No, it's Jägermeister though. You do know it's Jägermeister though.
Yeah, I know it's the Jaeger. Like, look, I when I read it, I'm like, yo, this is the Jägermeister brand. But I don't see a motherfucking S on this fucking shot glass.
I will give it. Look, it can be.
Until you can point out an S.
No.
I do see it.
On the real.
I do see it.
Where's the S on the
And we do
fucking?
say Jägermeister. So, but it's
Jägermeister.
exactly.
Jägermeister.
It looks like
Jägermeister.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I guess just like with
Jägermeister.
other languages, obviously some
Real-
letters are pronounced different.
No. Look, check this out. It could very much well be that we're saying that shit black as hell. You know what I'm saying?
If so, I got it from my white friends anyway.
You know what I mean? Like, and the thing about this, like, I come from a city where all the names are mispronounced like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Martinez, Georgia. It's spelled Martinez.
Martinez, Georgia.
Yeah. We taking the Spanish out of that. No. Martinez, Georgia. I'm from Augusta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Augusta? That's the root. They took the and I was just with some of my homeboys and they talking about a car need a Cadillac converter. Like, no, sir, it's a catalytic converter. So we could very much be saying
Catalytic converter.
Yeah, a Cadillac converter.
I've heard it many times.
Yeah, you heard
A Cadillac converter. Yeah, a Cadillac converter. Got you.
Okay.
Know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, but really, it's a
Catalytic
catalytic
converter.
Like
A Cadillac converter.
That proves the differences between us. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that we should be racist. You know what I mean?
I'm from Rome, Georgia. Shouts out to Rome, GA, and this motherfucker.
The mispronunciation and the misunderstanding.
Shout out to Rome, GA, this motherfucker. There's a place called Lafayette, Georgia. Lafayette. Supposed to be Lafayette. 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 It's Lafayette.
Like they try to take
Lafayette.
That's what racism is.
Yeah.
Racism is you can change the whole pronunciation and the grounds for which that even stands for
And
means.
And did any kind of controversy about it.
But at the end of the day,
I was getting to that.
I chose this one because it is in German, or some kind of German, and I was born in Germany.
That's
What's up?
So, yeah.
Real quick, and what did you choose? What was your shot, Rome?
I was vodka and a beer pong.
Got you. And what was your drink of choice?
Crown apple. Crown apple.
Shouts out to the Crown Apple.
The assassin.
Me personally, I was gonna go something else, but I saw it and I said I gotta go with it. My Gears of War red shot glass with the gear cog in it, yeah. And I went with 1800 tequila.
Oh, you drinking that 1800?
Yes.
Brown or white?
I buy gold tequila. Unless I'm trying to get people fucked up, then I buy the white tequila.
So is the difference between there's no such thing as brown tequila.
Tequila's tequila. It's not brown nor white. It's tequila.
But it says gold on the label.
No, it doesn't say. It just color. Well, quick story, real quick. A past girlfriend of mine, one I dated for the longest time, who wasn't a drinker. She started drinking, and I had to work one day on her birthday, and she's out with her friends, and I call her to check when I got out where I call her. Hey, babe, what's going on? Hey, we're having a great time. All right, babe. You know what I'm saying? We're taking shots of Patron. And, baby, you out there taking shots of tequila? Oh, is that what this is? Baby, be careful. Baby, just be careful out there. Because I know what you don't know. You're working with a monster. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason it's called tequila for a reason. It's not brown. It's not white. It's tequila.
What does tequila mean in English?
Have no idea.
Yo,
It means
Hey, how about this? How about you guys out
niggas
there?
can't remember what tequila is.
How about you guys out there in the pregame show? Let us know what tequila means in English. You know what I'm saying? Other than getting
Exactly.
fucked up.
yo, straight up though, shout out to Chef Rick Bayless on Mexico, one plate at a time, because this motherfucker be putting you on to that Mexican cuisine, and that tequila comes from the agave.
Agave.
plant.
Yeah.
He showed the whole process of how they make that shit, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The syrup, the alcohol, all that shit, and then how to cook with it. You know what I mean? But that tequila, that's some.
It's tequila.
It's like since we I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
sorry.
go ahead. Keep
But
going.
since we made alcohol and you understand the process now, sugar, yeast, right? That motherfucking agave plant is just sugar.
I'm just wondering with tequila, how did the worm come into play?
I don't know. I guess that's just some. El
I don't
Dorado
buy
shit.
that brand. Do not bite nor swallow that worm.
Coming up. When
I'm
you
supposed to have-
smoke the tequila.
Hey, where's the worm at?
Coming
That
up.
was the-
Even
when you
movies.
when you said tequila, it automatically came with a worm in the bottom
Yes.
of the bottle.
Yes, it
You
did.
know what I mean? And I'm just wondering where that came from.
Don't know.
Yo, real talk. In Japan, they used to sell lollipops
Yeah. They sold them on here.
with
With the tequila, with the tequila worm in it. You seen them?
I have.
Nigga, like
I
in
did
middle
not.
school, we was buying
I did not.
fireworks after school. You know what I'm saying? In the same shop that sold lollipops, tequila lollipops
Y'all ever
with
bought
worms
one?
in them.
Y'all ever-
No. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck am I
Yeah,
gonna do?
yeah.
No, yeah,
I
no.
know.
Nothing
Like,
with that.
That's fucking disgusting.
That's a horrible
What is
idea.
this? Tequila? I'm never drinking that shit.
Yeah,
When you're a kid,
that's exactly
when you're a
what I
kid, I'm
said.
never drinking that
I
shit.
said, well, that may have been a deterrent
Right?
for
You're
kids.
like, I'm never drinking
Like,
that shit.
like what?
Give me the Roman candles.
The Roman fucking candles.
looking at all the lollipops, you know what I'm saying? You come across a tequila flavor, like, no.
What's tequila? And why is there a worm,
Worm in it.
Yes.
I don't want that shit. Why are you
no.
selling that?
The one to the left of
Why is
that.
this shit?
Next thing you know, 20 years later, you drinking margaritas.
Exactly.
You know what I
Not
mean?
there. Yeah, like not even 20 years later. Like 10.
10.
You know what I'm saying?
10.
Because I was around like 11, 12 when I first saw it. You know what I'm saying? 10 years from that, you know what I'm saying? I'm 20 something. I'd have been already seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what really brings that into perspective? That 13 Reasons Why. Like it reminds you just how much your kids are exposed to when they're out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Once you let them loose in school, they're in the world. You know what I mean? And they're learning from their environment. And there is nothing stopping what's coming to them but them. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And when we were kids, you imagine like when all these parents are like, I don't want my senior child having access to marijuana. And you're like, yo, I was offered marijuana. For me, it was 9th grade. That was my first time in school, high school in the States. So for me, 9th grade, it was as easy as like, yo,
Do you want to smoke?
you want to smoke? I got it. Here it is.
And
You
it
know what
was
I'm saying? In 9th grade. So, yeah, I guess. I don't know what I'm asking.
it don't matter.
So,
Yeah, I started smoking only because my older brother, Like all that whole thing where they're gonna offer you, they're gonna give you a free hit of their drugs, and then you want to get your hook so you can try later on. That never happened.
But the thing about this is, we sitting there talking about weed, but 13 Reasons Why talked about
Suicide.
no a lot of more other shit.
It
You
did.
know what I'm saying? Like suicide, yeah. Most importantly, but it talked about rape. It talked about you know
A class
bullying.
system. A
It
class
talked
system in
about-
school.
It talked about groupthink.
Yes.
It talked about, you know what I mean, like
It was honestly, it's a sociology experiment, like what they showed in that
it
movie.
talked about the disconnect between parents and children.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it talked about a lot.
It
And
talked about what it really is, because when you remember when you were a kid,
Yeah.
when you were in high school, you were going. Everything was against your parents. Like why? Why do I have to do that? Why?
Yeah.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Like why do I have to do that shit? I got time. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't see yourself at 30
No.
when you're 15.
No. Double your life?
For you 30 is like a million
Years away. That's
I'm
double.
gonna conquer the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? I'm this is my shit and this is what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre, he talking that real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts
Wu-Tang
out.
talking that real
Shouts
shit.
out to my young man Adrian. I've known him. My best friend Tone and his family over there at a baby shower yesterday. Young kid, he's 17 right now. We were talking to that young man, telling him, look, man, here's what you need to do. Trying to get him schooled up about whether he wants to go to college or not, how to not get jammed up, not getting look. We all said this talking to the man. I remember met the man yesterday and realized in the hours I was spent with him, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't fuck around. Look, son. Look. Shouts out to Adrian. Hey, do what you can. Go to college if you want to do that. To experiment with your life. Watch your friends. They can get you in trouble. And go to fucking class. Go to class.
I would say don't take a break. Finish.
Yeah.
Knock it out now.
but what happens when you? I mean, we talking about 13 Reasons Why. I guess
Yeah.
that's a deep ass cone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
It
for you
is.
to that's a rabbit hole to fall down that you don't. even
Before we
wanna
go
come
into
back out of.
I believe the time is currently 10:21, and I am wasted.
And so is Cuzzo.
You know what I've just now realized? We have not utilized that tool enough this show. Now, that can be looked at as one of two ways. One, it's been a good conversation. We haven't had to think about it. Or two, we're slipping.
What do you mean?
Using
The past.
our signature sound. We will proclaim that till our dying
Yeah,
breath.
fuck
On
you.
some
Yo,
Game
yo.
of Thrones shit.
Yo, we will kill it. We will
Kill it.
No one would use this beat and not think about us.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
We will kill it.
Real talk, son. Somebody
wait.
say amen. Somebody say amen after I'm done. Somebody say amen after I'm done. NBC. No. Motherfuckers was listening to us. Yo, did I not call out of shape Ninja Warrior? Did I not call it? Somebody say amen.
Amen. Let the Congress say amen.
Well,
Amen again.
Yo, a lot of ideas have been talked about. We'll just say in the hub. A lot of ideas. And one, the most famous, somebody say amen. Somebody say it.
Amen.
amen.
The most famous is the
Yes.
We've been saying that shit forever.
Yo, Jimmy Fallon.
Forever.
Jimmy Fallon took it right up from under our breath. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jimmy, I love you. Dog, I love you, son. You got us through a lot of late nights, son.
Yes.
Dog, you killed late night, son. You did it for us. And I just wish we were on our shit sooner. Damn it. It's ours. It is ours.
We gonna get that shit. Look, I can't stand that fucking yeah. We gonna get.
Let our rendezvous. PreGame.
This is the PreGame show. It is Oaks.
PreGame.
Currently, what time is it?
PreGame.
it might even be a double OT.
PreGame. 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 PreGame.
I think so.
It is now. It is now.
And it shall be.
Granted,
That will be done.
All right.
a quick pregame PSA for you guys out there. Look, hopefully by now, if you're in your 30s, you ain't gotta worry about it anymore. However, as a young man, if you smashing somebody in questionable surroundings, here's a tidbit for you. Don't take off all your clothes. You can put your shirt behind your head, keep one foot in your pants, and at no point in time take your socks off. They're hard to get back on. If you got to jump out of the window, go out of the door real quick, it's much easier to slide your feet into your shoes and pull your pants up and be on your way. Putting socks on is a time-consuming endeavor, and it will get you fucked up. This has been a PSA from Snacks of the PreGame Boys. Thank you.
Yeah, did I miss some shit? No, don't tell me.
They're hard to put back on. So it's some cams, it's some snack shit, dog. It's some sensible shit.
I'll catch it.
It's
But
some sensible
I walked out
shit.
at the wrong time, you know what I'm saying?
It's some sensible
That
shit.
might need
But
to
it
be
was
a running
perfect. But
thing.
it was perfect because it was a PSA. It was a commercial break, son.
I came back in on
It was
the
a
commercial
commercial
break.
break, and
But I
back
missed.
to-
It was a commercial.
Yeah, you missed the PSA, son. You know what I'm saying? It was about some, you know what
We're
I'm
in
saying?
overtime.
It was about race, and now it's not anymore. So let's keep the party going.
Yeah.
Now, R. Kelly
Mr. Kelly, because guess what?
is back.
Normally
in
I
the
don't do this,
news.
but
Normally I don't do this, but
let's get
go
the
ahead and throw my name back in the mix.
Look,
There's no remix to Ignition. Hot and fresh out the
Yo,
ignition.
that
Like,
was almost
now
an
it's like
accident.
murder she wrote
Dog.
when I get you out the
man,
clothes.
Snacks just said, can you imagine the kids in school
Having to
singing
learn.
this shit to the American flag?
Yeah. Now in the Olympics, United States is gold medal, and cue the music.
Yo,
Normally I don't do this,
United
but
States
of America.
Is a remix
And then
of
this, it's like murder she wrote when I get you out the
If you don't
club.
come out moving to that shit, you don't represent America.
Hey,
You
they
know what
gonna
I'm
teach. They gonna teach you
You
that.
better work on your goddamn moves.
But now you want to be not. But now that.
But here's the thing. Real talk. Can you listen to R. Kelly's music anymore?
No,
I
look,
can't.
check this out.
And
I'm not even gonna put. I mean, I have very convoluted conspiracy theories, and that's the company conspiracy theorists. You don't want to hear what I have to say about R. Kelly.
I've noticed that your shot glass is not empty over there.
Where is it? This one? Okay.
Should that be some kind of foul later on?
Flint water.
No,
No.
Flint water don't work. Yo,
No.
is it bad that we're immune to Flint water? Should we be
This
concerned?
this
I was
next
thinking about stepping up the ante on Flint water.
this next batch is worse.
See, this is the thing. Kev has been working on it. I mean, we haven't had a single different drink of the day yet. You know what I mean? With that being said, with the Flint water, the reason I brought it up because I want to see where you're going with it, because the jump from the original Flint water to the Flint water of the premiere was way out of control. It was way out of control.
Oh,
and it wasn't enough.
Because if you know what? Oh, that was too easy. Everybody took that. Okay,
Yo,
we'll fix that
like,
shit.
Yo, give me another one of them things.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
He was like, yo, let's finish it. Like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, no, that ain't a punishment.
It's not a
Is
punishment.
that a problem?
Oh shit.
Are we
I'm
too
sorry.
immune?
Out of culture. Because I had noticed immediately. I think that's a filter. That's a filter. Oh yeah, that's sick. Oh, sorry.
So, you know, recently we've been talking about guilty pleasures. Especially in music.
One shout out to one Mr. Charles Daniels. You got a fucking guilty pleasure out there,
I know you
motherfucker.
got one, son.
If you want to say it or not. You know what I'm
you
saying?
got one, son.
I know what it is. Like Madonna, don't you?
I know you got one, son.
Is a material girl. You know what I'm saying? Is a material girl. Look, bro, we ain't gonna judge you, bro. He listened.
Yo, that's my man. That's my man.
And now why I spoke his name. I'm gonna talk to you to your face, motherfucker.
But, you know, as it was brought up, like, hey, you know, everybody got that guilty pleasure song.
Man,
and
I got One Direction on my phone.
And
Fuck what you think about it.
And I wanna dedicate this commercial break on a side note to one Mr. Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park. Man, Lincoln Park helped me embrace my inner rocker. You know what I'm saying? Mixed along with the rap. Like Mike Shinoda could rap. I could feel it in him that he was serious about it.
Lincoln Park solidified my love of rap. For me, what got me into rock, Lincoln Park, I love them, you know what I'm saying? The whole Jay-Z Lincoln Park thing was dope, I think.
Yeah.
I like Lincoln Park, you know what I'm saying? Look, that Transformers soundtrack, Transformers 1, I don't know what, that shit was dope. But for me, what got me liking rock, you know what I'm saying? And like when I listen to music, it's gonna be Korn and Jonathan Davis. Fuck what y'all say about it. Man, that's my jam.
The video was amazing.
No, I'm telling you.
The video was amazing.
Back in them MTV days, you know what I'm saying? I had to move the Incredible Hulk out of the bedroom and put up UGA banner in there, so it's all Georgia. It's mostly Georgia in there, except for that silhouette banner I got in there. Yeah.
So we did a side note, but it's probably going to turn into it. But we're talking about guilty pleasures for music.
Okay.
And I wanted to use this, you know what I'm saying, as a way to say, like, you know, R.I.P. to Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park, because he really helped me embrace rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So, what's everyone's guilty pleasure song that should be against black standards, I guess?
Look,
Or just,
I'll take it off.
or just whatever, just what should be like, yo, this nigga should not be listening to that
Yes,
song.
I got it. Cause look, I got a bunch of songs out there. Like, look, and I don't like any Korn song. You can go fuck yourself. I'm listening to it 3 doors down. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking those. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking Pink. Her first album was an R&B album. Fuck what you heard. And after that, she became a pop star. I'm cool with that too. Look, I know what it is. Nigga, why the fuck? Cause look, NSYNC, you out there. That NSYNC gone is the shit. T-Lake is the shit. However, if it's gonna be something, we talk about anything, look, I know what it is. I said it when I first talked about this, and look, the guilty pleasure song for snacks or the pre-gamers where, nigga, what the fuck are you listening to? I'm listening to One Direction, What Makes You Beautiful. Go fuck yourself. And it's jamming. That's what makes you beautiful. This song's what makes you motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Man, don't you just hate? Don't you just hate when like certain songs just grab you and you just be jamming to them?
You don't know. That's
What's
what
your-
makes you beautiful.
I mean, I have a lot of them.
Well,
And
what's
that's-
one of
I've
them?
learned a lot, but lately,
Yeah, what's one
I
of them?
mean, man, damn it, Taylor Swift
Oh.
is an incredible songwriter.
Dog,
You know what I mean?
Shake It Off. It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's amazing,
Yo,
son.
shake it off. Yo,
Like when you listen to what
sonically,
she's saying,
sonically.
to the beat, to
No.
the everything.
Let's just talk about the beat. Let's just talk about the beat because it gives you
Damn
the
it.
basic cadence of, you know what I mean, of drums. You know what I mean? It starts out with this live drum thing for about 8 measures or so. You know what I mean? And it's full. You know what I mean? Now, coming from black culture, where in black culture, right, a lot of the lower frequencies like bass and stuff like that play a factor into what sounds good. You know what I mean? But when you listen to Taylor Swift in an atmosphere, in a speaker system that is equipped for that bass, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of lower sounds in that song that a lot of people don't hear. That's one. You know what I mean? On top of that, the words are
Amazing.
Are amazing. Like,
She's speaking real shit.
she's speaking real
She's
shit
speaking real
Yo,
shit in her world.
in a basic way. Cause I mean, let's get it
We
straight.
talked about simplicity
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Taylor Swift is a basic bitch, but she's the basic bitch that goes deep with her basic shit, and it's crazy.
There's an
to listen to.
intelligence in simplicity.
Yes, it is.
If you know how to word it right, everybody catches on to it.
One
they
of-
hear it, they know it, it's familiar, you take it in. It's easy to remember and sing along to,
As a
and
writer,
you feel it.
One of my professors told me, look, give me 2 pages of paper, an essay. Look, I could have made it 10, but I don't want to hear that shit. Give me 2 pages of solid, you know what I'm saying, words and solid, you know, don't fluff this out. And what he said was concise language. Concise language. Making shit simple, simplicity isn't easy. Using one word instead of using 7, you know, it takes talent. It takes talent. And I heard the song catchy. I've heard Shake It Off. I've heard it in passing. Personally, I try not to listen to it because if I like Taylor Swift, I'm listening to Taylor Swift, and I don't need that shit.
I just found myself vibing to
Yeah.
that shit like, oh shit. And,
Like,
this is Taylor
but
Swift?
shouts out to Ed Skiering too, by the way. That red-headed motherfucker's been putting hits out there.
First time I ever saw him was
Last
on
call.
SNL.
Last call, Carson Daly.
First time I ever saw
The
him.
A-Team.
First time I ever saw him was on SNL one night.
Yeah.
And he did that he did that shit live with just a fucking guitar. You know what I'm saying? And some backup singers. And he killed that shit.
Man.
And he was and man, the way for me, the way he rode the beat, singing. You know what I'm saying? Or however, whatever it is, the term that he did, because I guess it wouldn't really
It's
be
just-
singing, but
it's
the
just
way
a
he
matter-
flowed to it, the way he wrote
He
it,
fit in the pocket. He's in the pocket.
he killed that
And
shit.
that's why he's not a guilty pleasure.
Oh,
That
no.
motherfucker's talented.
Oh, no.
That motherfucker's
And
talented.
real talk, in sync, I would say is not a guilty pleasure because those motherfuckers sang.
Or T-Lake saying,
Even
That's what I'm saying.
T-Lake
No, no.
did. Now
No,
because
no.
Gone was some
yes, that's the
dope
one.
shit.
But guess what?
But I
No,
thought that
Gone
was-
is
I
an
thought-
NSYNC song. But
That's NSYNC?
it's
Yeah.
NSYNC. But what it is
Yeah.
the thing where T-Lake is singing the song and the other guys just back up.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That showed me, like he coming to me, that boy good.
They sang that shit. But my one of my guilty pleasures, one of mine, is on Katy Perry's last album, and it's that birthday cake song.
I know Fireworks. I know Kiss the Girl. I know a lot of Perry songs. I can't think of that one.
If you don't
Roar.
know, if you don't know the album,
What album?
don't worry about it.
What
I don't know
album?
I don't know what the fucking album's called. It had Roar on it, I think. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck that album is.
Oh, I guess the one that
the
had
one before the one that just
ago.
came out.
2 years ago.
Maybe
whatever.
so.
That had the one with Juicy J.
Probably.
Yes. She had a song there called Birthday Cake. I'm not about to sing that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? But damn it, that song, it sounds like some 80s Madonna shit almost. You know what I mean? And not to try and compare her to Madonna or anything like that, because it is definitely her song, her vibe. But that's the kind of, I guess, sound it reminds me of. And growing up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? You were into a lot of shit.
Yes.
Yo, when it comes to what we hear now, as opposed to, you know what I mean, like a lot of stuff referenced the 80s. You know
I'm an 80s baby.
80s babies, you know what I mean? And what was crazy about the 80s and music, you know what I mean, is the control of how each sound came out. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
like, just think about it. Back when niggas was doing tapes, like right now, a motherfucker can do an album right now. Like we
Yes.
can do an album right now, right
Yes.
where we are right now.
Yes, and put it out right
And
now.
put it out right now. I'm talking about with what the equipment that the PreGame Boys are broadcasting with. We can make an album with it right now.
Right.
But before, you know what I mean?
We couldn't.
So much time had to go into each individual sound that, you know what I mean? The innovation, like 10 people were employed to be responsible on how a hi-hat sound. You know what I mean? Like computers and hard drive space and stuff like that had to be contributed into it, and it broke grounds in far as technology and music. You know what I mean? Now, what we're doing now that everybody has access to it, now that I have access to it, you have access to it, you know what I mean? They're going back to that same formula, and people are just trying these things out. You know what I mean? And the reason why it sounds good, you know what I mean, because it roots back to that. You know what I mean?
Same
like,
thing with our hip hop.
Yeah, same thing with hip hop. It's
It
more
referred
than
back to. It referred back to.
yeah. It's more than
familiar
just.
sounds.
It's more than just where the motherfuckers just talking about bitches and hoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's more so about what kind of plugs you're using. You know what I'm saying? What kind of outlets you're using. You know what I mean? And what kind of equipment are you using to make that sound?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's the more unique, the better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And what right now what we're witnessing is all unique stuff.
Right.
Stuff we're not accustomed to hearing it, but it sounds good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Because
so
because
that's
at
why
the
it's a
end of the
guilty
day,
pleasure, because it sounds good, but it does. But the songs and the words and stuff don't fit the narrative of our everyday life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing people don't understand. That's the connection that we have in it. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's certain categories that you like music for.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the same reason you like a motherfucker
Right.
throwing out money, you know what I mean, or shooting a motherfucker in
Right.
is the same vein, you know what I mean, that you would like the reason of a Katy Perry birthday cake song.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So here's another question I want to toss out there. And we've had a little short discussion about this before. We are about to enter the fourth quarter. So, let's say right now, God was to plop himself right there in that chair right now,
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
right? And he
You already
says-
know what's going on.
And he says,
It's his.
I'm gonna give you.
That's
He
fucked
know
up.
I'm lying. He know I'm lying, though. He
Right.
know I'm lying.
Like, why would you even try to lie? What are you gonna do? He already knew it was happening. You know what I'm saying? So, but he says, "Yo, I'm gonna give you three music artists back right now. Which 3 do you want? Cuzzo.
Wait. Before that, no, let Snacks go first.
Snacks.
Okay. Off the top, I'm taking Michael. I'm taking look. If you're not bringing Michael Jackson back, fuck you doing out here? You know what I'm saying?
Now, should we ask which Mike or just Michael Jackson? Period.
Okay, and that's why I didn't. Let's establish rules on that. You know what I mean?
No rules.
Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson.
Whoever you want.
What era? You know what I mean? Like
whatever you want.
Michael Jackson.
It's whatever you want. This is God right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
God is like, who you want? You can say, I want Black Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want,
big
that's
nose.
What it is. You know what I'm saying? I want Black Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, there are no rules. Who are your 3? It doesn't matter the era, anything. Just who are your 3? You know what I'm saying? But Snacks, so far you said Mike. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go off on a tangent so soon.
Number 2
yeah.
on the list will be I will take Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. I don't know much of his music.
Voodoo Child, Foxy Lady. Look, it's Jimmy. A man who learned to play the guitar on a left-handed guitar. He's right-handed. He taught us the guitar on a left-handed guitar. Look, I knew who Jimmy was. I figured out who Jimmy was watching the greatest wrestler of all times, Hulk Hogan. What theme music is that? That's Jimi Hendrix? Oh, that nigga is tight. Voodoo Child, also on my phone. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. And then just to round it on out, I'm going to take, you know what? I'll take John Lennon. I'll take John Lennon.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, Jimi Hendrix, and John Lennon.
One more question. If the 3 of them had to put on a show, who's opening? Who's closing?
Easy. Jimmy going to open. Hey, we going to start this thing off jumping. Jimmy going to open.
Okay.
We going, you know what I'm saying?
Sick-ass
Jimmy going to open.
Before the lights even come up. Before the lights even come up, he can be just in there.
Just him tuning it. Just
you can't even see him doing it. You just like, where is he at?
Yeah.
Where is he at?
Okay.
Jimmy going to open and get this thing all the way live. Get you up there, and then we going to let John Lennon come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying, John Lennon comes in. He has, you know what I'm saying, the Beatles with him. Who knows?
Okay, you don't know who
You know, he got supposed with him. And then get you all the way jumped up, and then let you kind of relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying, with John Lennon. But always, Jacko is going to close this thing out. I need PYT. Smooth Criminal. You know what I'm saying? I need Leave Me Alone off, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Look.
when you told me that story about you was at work, and that was the first time you ever heard.
What is this?
PYT.
What
You
is
was
this?
Like, what? That's Mike. I ain't never heard this song.
What is this?
That's the same
I had to
way
find it.
heard
I
for the first time.
had never heard PYT.
No, I was 20 plus.
And I was older when I
mean,
found
what
out
is
about
this?
that.
First time I heard it was on America's
His
Best
Best Dance Crew.
and the Jabberwockies danced to it.
Yeah.
And they had people. I saw them dance. I was like, I have
Never heard this
Michael
song.
Jackson song before.
I had to call a friend. Hey, what's that song?
Fucking blew
He
my mind.
he thought it was called To the Love and Care. I said, bro, I don't know what it is, man. What's this song, man? This shit is jamming.
No. Okay, so Jimmy opens.
Yeah.
John
The Lennon.
kind of transitions.
Yeah.
And,
And Jacko
Mike closed that
gonna close the
thing
thing on out. And get what? I'll pay for it.
So Cuzzo, now that you've observed, who you got?
For 3?
3.
All right, so check it. I'm with you on the Michael thing. You know what I mean? Like Michael.
It's Michael.
You know what I mean? I'm a Michael kid. You know what I mean? And one would think that Prince would be up amongst people's top choices.
He probably is.
No,
This is your choice.
but yeah, this is mine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is
God asked you.
yeah. God asked me to bring back some
3.
deceased people.
Who you
You
got?
know what I mean? And Michael is most definitely one of them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And guess since a lot of like most people would think I listen to rap and think that I want to bring pop back.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Pac. If motherfuckers don't talk, you ain't say Pac.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But this is
mine.
This is yours.
And in mine, I wouldn't say Pac, but not to disrespect.
Ooh, I got
because
some.
I only got 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got 3.
I only got 3 of them.
So who you got?
Ooh, and one of mine is just look,
I mean,
man.
so you automatically know one of mine is Michael. The second one is kind of tough. One person.
Who you got?
You know what I mean?
We can do honorable mentions when we get done with this, by the way, because I got 2 that need to be need honorable. Get your list, we'll get everybody's 3, and then we'll do honorable mention after the fact. Because I got 2 that need to be said because he need to be said. But number 1 was Michael.
It'll be, I mean.
You got son? Come on.
Damn,
you got,
it's
son?
dead. It's dead.
You got son?
Okay, Michael Jackson
Yep.
and that's
Bruh, who you got?
No shit.
Who you got?
I'm gonna leave it. So. Yeah, I guess it would be Pop.
Okay.
Okay.
It would be Pop.
So far you got Mike, you got Pop.
You ain't got to explain it.
That whole pause was me processing that shit in the moment, and as much as I spoke on, most people would talk Pop. When I think about
you
it,
want to hear him again.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to hear Pac again.
Okay. So Mike.
Pac and
Who else?
Always last would be my homeboy Preach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave you what you wanted when you wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was someone who was stuck in a situation with a story to tell. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the people that we picked that went too early, you know what I'm saying, had stories to tell that didn't get told fully.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And to me, with Preach, and this is number 1, you know what I mean? Not because I knew him and not because of that, because he was someone that was truly trying to shed light on, you know what I'm saying, and make better of a situation.
Right. I feel you.
With concepts that didn't too much, you know what I mean? Like his, when it comes to music, like a lot of people talk, I mean, you said I had 3.
Right.
yeah.
But those 3 aren't based on musical ability.
No, it's based on you, bruh.
It's not based on musical ability.
Yeah, I
You know
feel
what I mean?
It's your decision.
It's just someone who used to do art that isn't doing art anymore.
Right.
And this person was someone who was just grabbing the whole of what art was, and then he got called.
That being said, the concert. Who's opening?
Yeah, of course, Preach will open to Michael Jackson and Tupac. You know
Got you.
So who goes next?
You know what I'm saying? So young Preach should come up. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Michael Jackson. No, as a matter of fact, I'll put Michael Jackson first.
Okay.
Michael Jackson would do some impromptu shit.
Okay.
To where, oh shit, it's Michael Jackson. Yeah. Let's go see what they doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was thinking about this. Michael Jackson, in my opinion, can't be second. He's either first or last.
He's either first or last.
Because you know what?
He's
If he first, get your ass in here. Michael Jackson's over on the stage.
Yo, yeah. Michael's on the stage. Let's go.
Fuck your popcorn,
He
bitch.
he out there doing a smooth
Just give it
criminal
a lean.
just practicing.
Like, yo, I'm getting the seats.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
What,
Oh, shit.
what happened?
You know what I mean? He doing it to ambitions of a rider.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm a bitch of
Niggas like,
Yo.
that ain't Tupac on stage.
like, yo,
That's
it-
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
yeah.
Michael Jackson on the motherfucking stage.
No.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? Once we get a crowd, because we all know all these people like crowds.
Yeah.
So once the crowd get there, Michael Jackson do his hits.
Yeah.
Young Preach be second,
Okay.
because Tupac, just like Michael Jackson, has to be first
First
to
to slide.
last.
Yes. Depending
You know
on
what I
how, no, depending on
You squeeze my motherfucking Preach in there. You know what I mean? On some
Right.
shit like that.
Right.
And then at the end, they do some old collaborative shit,
Okay.
and everybody's like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? Like, we had fun,
Yeah.
and it'll be a good show.
So,
What about you, Dunson?
Dunson.
Yo, Dunson.
Hey, Dunson. Hey, Dunson.
where you getting fucked up? Hey! Look at me.
Hey, Dunson.
Everybody look at me talking to him. Did you get fucked up? But
It says he took 4 Gator rifle shots.
but so for me, first off, Amy Winehouse.
First on.
I love dark music. Dark, haunting, melodic music. I love it. It speaks to me. And I haven't even gone through no dark shit. I just love it. I just, for some reason, I guess I empathize with it or something. I don't know. But I hear it. I hear what they're saying.
People
right?
empathize with people going through like difficult
Right.
shit. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
and I love Amy Winehouse. She was just a breath of fresh air with her voice, that jazzy style and voice, where you already kind of rapping. It's already kind of like a hip hop almost, you know? Like you
Yeah.
can hear it. You can hear it in her music, the influence. You know what I mean? And when you can hear the influence, like you can hear a genuine love and appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a fad for them. And Amy Winehouse's voice and her music just spoke to me. You know what I mean? Next would be Biggie. Because I think I'd love to hear an older Biggie right now being able to put something out like 444 or whatever his
You're right.
whatever his
You're right.
position is. I'd love to hear his perspective on what things is. Just like I would love to hear Pac's. You know what I mean? Because everyone right now is his child. And he's not here to son them.
Yo, anybody who buck on the system with the microphone
Is Pac's child.
Pac's child.
But I'd love to hear Biggie because I've always had an affinity for lyrics.
Look.
And when it comes to storytelling, Biggie's not saying like immaculate, intricate shit. He's just pointing out subtle details that as soon as he says it, you see it. You're there.
I was gonna say that.
Rhymes so vividly. I see what you're saying.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
look,
Like,
yeah,
you
like-
that was
see
the
it.
guy.
And there's such a simplicity in it. You know what I mean? We've always talked about
Because it's like when Biggie speaks, it's like he sat down and talked with you.
Look.
Like
When-
when Biggie rapping, when you put on the headphones, it's like Biggie is right there.
For me-
like we talking now,
yeah.
Biggie right there.
For
My
me,
favorite Biggie
it's
song.
always been a T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Every time I hear him say that, I can taste it. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? I can smell it.
I think
And there's just his words. But before we go any further, last choice. Bob Marley. For me, Bob Marley is gospel music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how real it is.
Look, it
Like,
represents
he's
the
singing
80s.
to
Bob be
God.
preaching.
You know what I'm saying? He's singing to God, and he's saying some of the hardest shit, man. Some of the hardest shit for people to do. You know what I'm saying? To go forward and be positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be speaking some of the hardest shit. And his music it speaks to me.
See, the man got shot.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
They ran
I gotta
up in his
perform.
house to
I gotta
shoot.
perform. Why? Because look, can't take a day off. These folks trying to make the world a worse place.
need me.
They ain't taking days off.
They
I can't
need
take one
me.
either.
That motherfucker was, man. I would love, even if he couldn't make music anymore. That was popping. You know what I mean? Kind of like how Stevie is right now. You know what I mean? But even if he wasn't, just to hear his perspective on right now would be, I think would be a benefit. You know what I mean? And those would be my three.
Bob Marley.
Amy would open.
Amy would open.
Biggie would transition.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Bob would close it out.
Yeah, on a positive
And they
aspect.
go back.
Yeah, let's do it.
Would they all do a collaborative joint at the end?
They could. They can.
could.
Cause
I mean, ain't
you
nobody
got
stopping.
and you got three different kinds of music kind of entwined. It'd be hot,
Bob
man.
Marley
That'd be
doing, like,
yeah.
Hypnotized.
That'd be
you know
hot.
what I'm
It'd be
saying?
hot, bruh. That'd be hot. It'd be hot, bruh. That'd be look.
Like
Amy
the
Winehouse.
Wailers-
Doing
The
Bob-
Wailers could
doing
sing
Bob Marley doing Fade to
One More
Black.
Chance. Exactly. Anything
what I'm saying?
anything that.
No, that shit. It'd be hard, bruh.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Look.
And then you got Amy out there who can freestyle
Freestyle.
scat sing with a live band with Bob Marley,
See it, bruh. Be hot.
and you know she burned.
No, Bob Marley plays guitar.
Everybody
too,
smoking up there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's a lot of blunts. That's a lot of blunts. Yo, Biggie, Amy Winehouse, and Bob Marley. That's a
They
lot
just
of
smoking.
That's a lot of blunts right there.
But that's a banging ass show though.
Yeah, it
You know
is.
what I'm
Look, I
saying?
love, like you said, what you
That's
said.
like 1,000 blunts.
I can see.
That's 1,000.
I literally think when Biggie started rapping, I got to him. When he started flowing, I could see what he was talking about. Literally see it. One of my favorite songs still on my phone, "Niggas Bleed." I can see him talking about the heist and how it transitioned.
And that's what I wanted to talk about with Biggie. That's a whole nother monster. You know what I mean? Like Biggie was the Deadpool of hip hop, in my opinion. He spoke to the fourth wall. You know what I'm saying? In that song, "Niggas Bleed," right?
Today's
He
agenda.
say-
Got the suitcase up in the central.
Promise you won't kill him.
Good.
I promise.
But
But
I
of course, I might have my
fingers
fingers crossed. He was talking to you.
You.
Right.
He was right there telling the story like we telling the story.
Bring back
right
the coke
now.
or the cream,
You know what I'm
or
saying?
else your life is on the shelf.
kill
We
'em
mean
all.
that.
We set for life.
Take
Frank,
pay
pay
attention. These
attention.
motherfuckers is henchmen, renegades. If they die, you still get
He
paid.
talk to you like we right here getting nice, like we pre-gaming, getting ready for the shit. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like that was like that's what I'm
No,
saying.
my favorite story of Biggie's is Got a Story to Tell.
Of course, because he tell it to you like you are right there, fucking witnessing the shit.
That shit, son. I
See
see
it.
I'm
You
right
can't-
there.
Look. It breaks in the song where he tell you like, what's the part where he was like, grab the sheet and the pillowcase, like, my mind racing.
Yeah.
Gotta, you know what I
She
mean?
don't know I'm cool as a fan.
Get a hand. I don't wanna blast a man, but I can and I will though.
I'm trying to chill,
Chill, though.
even though the situation look kind of ill. yo.
But what you might not have noticed in that sound, this is where we're talking about the complete, you know what I mean, composition of the sound was there's an extra track in it where was folks like us talking about it after he said it. You know what I mean? Like, remember, like, oh, I knew her. That's my
Yeah.
cousin. And
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? It
They
was
broke that whole shit down.
They broke that whole shit down while we were sitting there. So that's how Biggie used to relate to folks. You know what I mean? Biggie used to relate to folks because he was in the room right there with you. You know what I mean?
Yo, that shit when he was like, Yo, this bitch said.
Who me the shit on?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So I shit on her. Shit on the bitch. She cleans it on off.
Yo.
Oh shit.
Oh,
What happened?
shit.
The chair broke.
Oh no.
The chair broke, son.
Is what it is. Real quick, cool. Real quick, honorable mentions for you know what I'm saying. Back in live, I can name my two right now.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. Shouts out to look. Thank God somebody said Biggie and Pac.
Yeah.
For me, honorable mentions are gonna be Big Pun and Ray Charles.
That was one of my big puns.
Big Pun and Ray Charles. Honorable mention. Rome. Cuzzo. 2. Anybody. Honorable mention. Who not the top 3. Anybody wish you was still here could do a show.
The show.
Yeah.
It'd be Big Pun. Big Pun. You know what I mean?
You got one more.
Oh, I got 2.
I gave 2.
Big Pun, and Big L because
That's a good choice.
I haven't experienced Big L like the people who big up Big L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to see what, like, I remember getting a Big L tape, you know what I'm saying, after the fact,
Yeah.
and be like, oh shit, and the motherfucker like, nigga, you like, you know what I mean? And me being like, damn. And then I hear about, by the time I heard the Big L tape, he had already died.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? No, correction. Even though Big L, Soldier Slim, would want to hear his story.
So Soldier
Pun
Slim
and Pun.
Pun
Pun
want
is
to hear his story.
Well, look.
We
I already
wanna hear
put
the
Big
story.
Pun out. So you can take Slim and Big
Slim.
L. Big L and
Soldier-
Slim.
Big L and Soldier Slim.
Done, son.
Um,
Hey, done, son.
Yo,
so I think Luther Vandross
Wait
be
for
able to
love.
sing
Wait a
at
little.
Obama's inauguration.
Sometimes it's the meaning
You know
love.
what I'm saying?
Wait for love, wait for love. Yeah.
To be able to see
Big
him,
Luther's getting
Big Luther.
it don't matter.
Big Luther.
It don't
Big
matter.
Luther's the only one that matters.
Big
It don't
Luther.
matter. It don't matter to me that like the motherfucker's voice, to be able to see him serenade Barack and Michelle Obama on his inauguration, his voice on
Who-
national television
Who
to
did
see
it? Who did it?
that, Beyonce.
Oh, yeah.
At last, that's what she's saying.
The second time or
The
first time?
first time,
Yeah.
but Luther and I really have no idea for the second one.
Honorable mention, you mean?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody's pretty much named folks that I think I miss.
No,
That I can
because
think. No,
we've
you know
all
what?
missed.
No, you
we've
know
all
what?
missed someone. You know what I mean?
Prince.
Because Prince was not on the list. I was wondering when I was saying something
Prince.
about the man. Prince.
Prince.
Purple Rain. Diamonds and Pearls.
Now, and I'll tell you what. I say that reluctantly because I still. Here's the thing, and this is no disrespect to Prince, but past Diamonds and Pearls, which was
I
like
had
the
that shit.
mid '90s.
Yeah,
I had
so
that shit. Guilty pleasure. I had that
What?
shit.
not to get the pleasure. It's Prince.
What has been hot?
And-
The
but
Chappelle
look,
Show,
but look,
Game,
and
Blouses.
And this is why Prince wasn't on my list.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Prince was one of the few of these people that we've named that understood that his name was better off dead than alive. He had been planning, he'd been recording songs. He could have released them. He didn't have to go through Interscope. Like,
Right.
I forgot what label he was signed to.
Sony.
Sony?
I think
Where
so.
he put the slave.
I think it's
You know what I
Sony.
mean? Like, he could have been releasing shit for the last 20 years. That doesn't, you know what I mean? Just because we hadn't heard from him doesn't necessarily mean that he hadn't been making
He
music.
wasn't working.
we still hadn't heard any of the music.
But you know what? He has put out music since then.
Yo, I'm almost supposed that Redbone is one of Prince's songs.
I
You
can
know what I'm
see it.
saying?
I can see that. I've heard songs lately that I'm like, that sounds like something somebody wrote for Mike.
Yeah, exactly. But Prince has prepared himself for death so much that I wouldn't want him to come back.
I can see that.
Does that make a point? I mean,
Yeah, it does. I get what you're saying.
fucked up.
No, I get you. I get you.
I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got enough music out there to last for a very long time.
Just like Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pac, on another scale, did the same thing. You know what I mean?
He recorded a lot. Obviously, his music.
And watch the record skip.
You know what I'm saying? His music ran out because we ain't heard nothing
No.
new. But we know Prince got a vault like 2 decades worth at least of just shit we've never heard of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just because
that
we
can be
couldn't go
released.
into the store and buy it doesn't necessarily
Right.
mean that it wasn't there.
But that is the pregame show.
I got an idea for another pregame show since we're talking about music and rap and that kind of thing.
Down at our rendezvous. Pre-game. 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 Pre-game.
Pre-game show top 10 rappers.
Pre-game.
Top 10 rappers. Pre-game top 10. That's gonna put it to the limit. Guess what? Out of 10. No. That's too easy. It's too easy. Your top 10 is gonna be very different. Very different. The 6 through 8s, the 7, 8, 9, and 10. Guess what? That's gonna bring out a bigger discussion. The top 5 may be very similar. That top 10 is gonna put a lot of folks who you normally don't get to discussion out there.
But everybody,
Top 10.
but everybody, that is it. And we are out.
Pre-game.